Hey, this week we are looking at the I am passages of Jesus out of the Gospel of John, and today's one verse is incredible, where we learn even more about what God means for our lives. Coming up. Hey everyone, welcome once again to the One Verse Daily Devotional. My name's Matt, and we are here just looking at one simple verse every single day to grow a little bit deeper in our faith. This entire week, we're looking at verses out of the Gospel of John, and specifically the I am passages of Jesus. Now, what are those? Well, there's several verses out of the Gospel of John where Jesus is speaking, and he says, I am, and then kind of fills in the blank. He said, I am the good shepherd, we already looked at this week, or I am the vine. Well, the reason he said this was, one, he was claiming to be God. Now, how is that? Well, we know that, one, because the religious leaders, when he would say it, would lose their mind. They would be so upset, they would call blasphemy. And you might be like, well, that's weird to say, I am the vine, and then call blasphemy. That's kind of weird. Well, Jesus was referring back all the way to the Old Testament, to Moses at the burning bush, when God told Moses to go back to Egypt, let my people go, that whole story. And Moses asked God, well, who should I say sent me? In other words, God, what's your name? What do you call yourself? And God said, I am, which technically is a complete sentence. But when you hear that, you're kind of like, I am what, right? Like you feel like there should be more. Well, you got to wait a few thousand years, and then Jesus comes to fulfill everything from the Old Testament, right? And that's true in the I am statements as well. He comes to answer the question that kind of lingers in your mind. Okay, great, God, that's really powerful. I am. That's amazing. That's incredible. It's a powerful statement. But you are what, right? And then Jesus comes along and says, I am the good shepherd. I am the vine. And today we get another great one out of the story of Lazarus, his friend who passed away. You might know the shortest verse in the Bible, Jesus wept, comes out of the same story. And in this story, in the middle of this Lazarus story, we get one of the most powerful I am passages and statements that Jesus makes. Our one verse today is John 11:25, and it says, Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die. Jesus here is speaking to Martha, the sister of Lazarus. You might know Mary and Martha. Well, they were the sisters of Lazarus, and they are, upset. Their brother died, and they knew that Jesus could perform miracles. And literally they were kind of like accusing him like, hey, Jesus, if you could have just got here sooner, you could have saved our brother. And Jesus talks to them about the resurrection. And Martha's like, I know one day we're all going to be resurrected. And then Jesus looks at her and says, I am the resurrection and the life. What a beautiful statement. What a powerful statement. See, Jesus just didn't come to rise from the dead. He is the resurrection. Jesus just didn't come to show us life. He came to bring us life, to offer life. Why? Because he is life. Jesus takes dead things and brings them back to life. We see that literally in the life of Lazarus, who just a few verses after this, he raises from the dead. But Jesus was making a point as well, not just talking about raising Lazarus from the dead, but in every area of life, in our spirits, right? In our souls, God brings dead things back to life. He is the resurrection. He just didn't resurrect from the dead. He is the resurrection, right? He just didn't come back to life. He is life. When we are feeling distraught, I don't know where you're at right now in life. 2020 has been a rough year. Maybe you think that everything is just crumbling around you. Maybe you feel like things are just dying, that they're dead, that you have no future, that you feel like because of your past mistakes that your future is dead. And I'm here to tell you that's not true. That's what Jesus specializes in taking the dead things and bringing them back to life. that life can spawn out of those dead places when Jesus gets involved. He's here not to just say, hey, I rose from the dead, but he's here to bring us from death unto life, to raise our spirits to life through him and his death, burial, and resurrection on the cross. He didn't just resurrect from the dead. He is the resurrection. He is life. He offers us life. Listen, I know this because I've made more mistakes than I can count. I'm not just saying that. I've done some stupid stuff in my life. I can say this verse that I know that Jesus brings dead things back to life because I felt dead in my spirit. And I know a God who forgave me. I've experienced his love. I've experienced his grace. I've experienced his restoration in my own personal life. And so I'm not even just reading a verse. I'm telling you from my own personal story that we don't have time to get into right now, but message me. We can dialogue. We can talk about it. I'm an open book. I'll share my story with you. But listen, I know that God brings dead things back to life. He's done it in my life. I've seen him do it in others' lives. And guess what? You're no exception. He can do it in your life. I guarantee it. Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, believe in Jesus. And he says, even though you feel like you're dead, even though maybe your spirit is dead, even though you feel like your future is dead, even though you feel like everything around you is crumbling, he says, even though they die, you'll experience life. Believe in me, Jesus said. He just didn't come back from the dead. He raises the dead to life. He is the resurrection. He is the life. And that's exactly what he's offering you today. Have a great day.